of Cam Martin and Devin Askew. The front line of Austin Johnson, Derek Michael Exaviero, and Cam Denson. And for San Jose State, 4 guards, Donavan Yap, Will McClendon, Sadadrian Hall, Josh Aduje, and the center is Robert Viola. And in this multi-team event, it's been a nice little 2-game pickup for San Jose State, beating UTEP, and they beat Greensboro. There's a 3-pointer on the way from distance by Will McClendon, a local product from here in the Las Vegas area by way of UCLA. And Long Beach State is 0-2, so 2-0 for San Jose State, 0-2 for Long Beach State, falling to UNCG and UTEP here on this court. So it's been a very busy week. We had a terrific day with the women's final, the championship game. The game won in overtime by Duke with 1 second on the shot clock. And see what that calls. There's going to be a foul there. That is the first foul of the night in this game. And so that foul will go on Robert Viola. So 2 shots upcoming here for Austin Johnson, who's got some really good hops. And there we go. First point of this game as we are just underway. Johnson, 6'10", grad student out of North Carolina A&T, transferred to Long Beach State. First-year head coach Chris Acker at the helm. His team is off to a disappointing 1-7 start. 3 of the games that they've lost this season by 1 possession. Here's Denson, Cam Denson, off glass for 2. So a nice little 3-point possession for Long Beach State. The Beach leading 3-0. That's a good little start. It's Donavan Yap Jr. Good penetration. Aduje up off glass, and it rolls in. Josh Aduje had a real difficult time of things last night, but his team prevailed and gets a nice little start here with a very quick bucket for 2. Cam Johnson up top. Here's Martin, Cam Martin. Outside Denson. And underneath, the reverse lay-in for 2. Austin Johnson feeling it. And so Austin Johnson giving his team the lead 5-2. So this is a start that they really needed. Whistle and 1. So that bucket is going to count. Foul will be on Cam Martin. Chance to get the 3-point play for Donavan Yap Jr. Hails from Las Vegas. Transfer from Fresno State. Started his career right here in Las Vegas at UNLV. And he cannot complete the 3-point play. Long Beach State with a 5-4 lead. Just underway. And the few times I think the Beach has gotten off to a really good start. Again, 3 games in 3 days. It's real difficult. We will see if these teams get worn out, especially in the second half, down to 2, down to 1. And that's going to be a shot clock violation as Cam Denson could not get a handle on the basketball after it squirted away, and then when he finally regained possession, the timer was down to 0. So 5-4 your score. So Drakenganga is on the court now for San Jose State for the Spartans. Sadadrian Hall, he started the last 3 games now. So that goes on DMX. That's what they call Derek Michael Exaviero. They said, you are allowed to call him just that. Yap to Sadadrian Hall. Up top, Will McClendon, another Las Vegas local, went to UCLA. Yap falls down. Theatrics draws the foul, and Austin Johnson cannot believe that call. So that'll be the first personal foul on the grad transfer. Actually, Austin Johnson started his career at UC Irvine, went to North Carolina A&T, averaged 5 points per game, did not play at all last year. And here is Yap Jr. shooting 3. So Donavan Yap looking to get out to a quick start for his team. And we were talking the other night about how we felt he should be a little bit more aggressive and taking the ball to the rack. But he drew the foul nonetheless from the perimeter on the 3-point attempt. So Yap Jr. now with 4 points. And it's pretty nice when you get some points at the free throw line. Very charitable this time of year. It's a good thing. Charity, right? So 5 points for Donavan Yap Jr. 3 of the 5 coming from the free throw line, where he's already had 4 attempts. Martin with the basketball. Cam Martin. I like this black and yellow look. Underneath, DMX with the flush. We're tied up at 7 apiece. Wow, this is a very quick 4 minutes. Yap, swing it around at the perimeter. Aduje. McClendon. Splitting the defenders as Aduje goes up, tries to draw the foul, falls down, does not. Askew back the other way. Has he even shot the ball yet? Because he shoots about 90% of the touches. And here he goes on the drive. And it's swatted out of bounds by Aduje of San Jose State. That'll take us to our first media break. We are tied up at 7 apiece. Long Beach State and San Jose State. Welcome back from courtside. Tony Cardasco now joined by Neil Carter, the CEO of Ball Dogs.
Yes, sir.
And thanks for having us once again back this year. Tell us about your sponsorship and why you're involved with college athletics.
College athletics is just amazing, and there's really nothing better on planet Earth than just amazing, high-quality, high-level basketball. And we love to be in the business of basketball and the business of young men and women continue to excel and show off their talents.
And what a tremendous women's final today.
Oh my
gosh. I am
gassed
calling that game. That was so much fun.
There's a couple of my cameramen got me jumping around in circles when they were hitting those buzzer beaters. It was just amazing content and amazing atmosphere. So much talent. Some potential future WNBA players. It was amazing.
Askew gets hacked in the lane, and he'll go to the free throw line for Long Beach State. We are knotted up at 7 apiece. Neil Carter is with us, CEO of the Ball Dogs, and you can go and check out all their media content Tell us more about what your company does.
Yeah, so we're a sports media business. I would say similar to like Bleacher Report, Overtime, Slam Magazine. We just produce content of all forms, whether it's story form, documentary, or your favorite highlight plays.
Did anything go viral from that women's game earlier?
Just the overall game. I mean,
the final triple, did that go viral? Because I saw they put out a clip at Duke today, and that thing was all over the internet. And maybe we'll see it on Sports Center.
I hope so, man. Both of those buzzer beaters. I mean, the 3-court buzzer beater was crazy.
Yes, it was.
Like that's that rarely happens in basketball, obviously. So that was just crazy to see. And
traveling call, and in the lane that is turned over by Will McClendon. Local. Now, you've seen McClendon play in high school.
Yes, sir.
And Donavan Yap.
Yep.
You've charted his career. And we saw UNCG had Giles,
yes, sir,
the guard, and you saw him play too.
Yeah, we're a Las Vegas-based company, really a West Coast-based company. So a lot of the kids that we've been covering since middle school, it's great to see them now prospering at this level and beyond. But players like Devin Askew and TJ Wainwright as well, and Ramel Lloyd and Sada, and like you said, Will and Donovan.
On that drive, we've got a whistle as Davis went to the basket. And we will get free throws coming up here. But I ask you, it's day number 3, right? And the attrition will start to set in because these players, 3 games in 3 days, that's a lot.
It is, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time they do this at all during the season is in March when they play in their conference or, obviously in the national tournament.
Yeah, this is what it takes, right? If you want to win, and you want to win at a high level. And one of the assistant coaches was just saying yesterday about how difficult it is to prepare for teams that you typically don't play. So like in the conference tournament, you play against those teams during the season. But these are all different teams, and they've had a lot of work late at night into the early morning hours to prepare on short notice, right? Because, they know who they're going to play in advance, but they still have to scout these teams live and then go back to work and figure out how they're going to solve them.
Correct. And then with the transfer portal, it's not like it's the same team from last year. It's, for the most part, all these teams are generally brand new teams. A lot of new coaches, turnover, so it's just difficult to scout.
It sure is. Boy, when Kevin Martin, the color analyst on the game that I call the women's game, right? The championship game. In traffic, that bucket won't fall, but a whistle and a foul as Austin Johnson went up for that shot. Long Beach State is giving San Jose State fits right now. So, Kevin, when Ashton, who she calls Cashton, hit that 3 right in front of us, she turned here, Johnson, and she looked. She gave me the stare down. I was like, yeah, you want some of this? So the half-court buzzer beater there at the end of the first half from about 5 feet in from the midcourt line. Unbelievable.
Oh, that was crazy. And we got it from 5 different angles. There's obviously so many different cameramen here. So we got it in 4K and so many angles. It's just, great atmosphere. And, a program like Duke is one of the best and proudest programs in the nation. And it was amazing to have them here, and just couldn't ask for a better situation. And our partners with BD Global, they're amazing as well. They do so many events, and they take pride in every single one of them. And it's a blessing to have them as our partners for sure.
Long Beach State is definitely playing their best basketball, I think, of this 3-game set right now.
Absolutely.
And just they're playing better defensively, and on the offensive end, they're attacking. Viola in traffic. Josh Aduje back to Viola, whistle foul. It's a foul fest in this contest.
Yeah, scrappy game so far. I think it'll speed up tempo-wise in a little bit. But
yeah, we want to get home in time to eat some turkey tomorrow.
Yeah,
in this case.
Exactly.
Yeah, now, how many camera people do you have here shooting this? At any given time, 3 or 4?
More than that for sure, but
More than that.
probably like 6 or 7, just different cameramen and women throughout the venue.
And then who edits it? You have a team that edits it and then posts it, huh?
Yes, sir.
Man, you guys put out amazing content. Where can the folks that are tuning in, where can they find everything?
Absolutely. Instagram.com/balldogs, and dogs is DAWGS. And we post everything there, and then obviously our YouTube channel as well, same exact name, Ball Dogs.
Cam Martin up top, Nagy into the game. Around the screen, there's Askew. Ball is stripped away.
Dunk time.
2-on-1. Aduje. Oh, and the follow-up. Tip in for 2 for the Spartans of San Jose State. And for San Jose State now, they take a 2-point lead in this contest. So they are having a real difficult time trying to shake the beach. That's what I like to see there.
Reactions, yeah.
Just the reaction and the intensity. And we've got a foul against San Jose State. We'll take another look at it. Yeah, that should have been a charge on Austin Johnson.
Definitely.
Why? Because the defensive player was outside of the circle there, and he was set.
I
Man.
want to thank also Josh from BD as well, BD Global. He's doing an amazing job of helping produce this content online, and Flow Hoops as well. They're doing an amazing job broadcasting this event. All of our partners, everybody's been doing an amazing job. Specifically you, Tony, getting amazing feedback about your coverage throughout the event. So we just appreciate everybody who's been involved. And
this is fun.
Yeah,
this isn't real work, man.
I feel like people are like, you're doing so much, and it's just like
Cam Martin finishes on the drive.
We love basketball. Where else would I rather be? You know what I mean? Like, it's feast week in college basketball, and we're getting to do one of the biggest events of the week.
People are saying, you really do want to broadcast 4 games in a day? I'm like, I've done 7 or 8. Ooh. What in the world? Those high school games, we do a bunch of those, right? In succession. Again, another player stepping out of bounds. Now, one of the officials in the women's game came over and said, I've never seen so many players step out of bounds on the sideline because there's not a lot of differentiation between the court, the color of the court, and where you step out of bounds.
True.
And there was a female referee. Oh, nice try there by McClendon. Big shot, Will. Yeah, there's not a lot of differentiation in the color of the court and then the sideline. So the players are they keep stepping out. There's Cam Martin again, swish, filling it up. So Cam Martin gets a spot start tonight, and he responds. And one back the other way. So Josh Aduje, he is so smooth. I'd say the best part that I enjoyed in that Oklahoma-Duke women's game in the championship was the coaching and the intensity, like on the sidelines. And I'm sure you guys captured a lot of that video as well.
For sure. Definitely.
Man, and the hardware that you guys gave to the MVP there and also to the winning team was really cool. It was heavy, too. We had it over here. Kevin E. Martin, was here helping me out, and she was our color analyst, and we appreciated her, but she held it up. So her next career move is as a hand model. She got her hands wrapped around the trophy.
Oh, man.
Neil, thanks so much, man. Once again, where can the folks find you?
Balldogs.com or Instagram/Balldogs, and Balldogs is DAWGS. But we definitely...
Like you're my dog.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. What were you going to say?
No, we saw the women's All-Star Game trophy in the WNBA, a couple years ago, and we were like, man, we got to make sure we always treat these women with absolute class.
Love it.
With our trophies.
Yeah, that was really weak, man. The W. Yeah, they really fouled up, and Kelsey Plum's MVP
teacup.
was a teacup. It's a good way to describe it.
But yeah, we just we want to make sure they feel, the love, and those programs, especially those three women, are bigger than the men's programs right this year. It's in our event, so we got to make sure they get treated as such.
Neil Carter, the CEO of Ball Dogs, thanks for stopping by, the title sponsor of the Ball Dogs Classic. Thanks so much, man.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate the support. You are the best. I see you everywhere, man. Keep working it.
Thank you.
Welcome back here from courtside. Thanks again to our good friend, Neil Carter of the Ball Dogs. 15-14 your score. Long Beach State on the lead. Deep in the corner. That three-point shot falls short for Davis. Follow-up two by Viola. Robert Viola underneath. Picks up the scraps, and San Jose State is back on top. We've had 6 lead changes and 6 ties in this contest so far. It's Cam Denson to Cam Martin. Cam Martin for 5 points. Donavan Yap. Oh, no look pass. Can they finish? No, but a whistle on the foul as Latrell Davis went up for that shot. That was really well done for Donavan Yap. Yap, a big assist guy, too. He has just 1 tonight, but he doesn't have any turnovers, so that's a good thing. And he had that game in which he had a career best 7 assists, 7 dimes against UTEP earlier this week. Of course, our executive director is John Alba. Josh Bennett, our producer here at Courtside. Tremendous work by our entire team. And so we'll get free throws coming up here for Latrell Davis. Latrell Davis from Leeds, England, misses the free throw. We'll get another coming up. And both he and Josh Aduje, his teammate, hail from England. Aduje from London. And Davis typically spells Donavan Yap, but they're both in the lineup. He's 0 for 2 from the line. And the Spartans still hanging on to that 1-point lead, 16-15, under 11 here to go in the first half of play. Nagy sets a screen. Denson goes around it, all the way around it. Wiped out by Viola on the shot. 13 on the shot clock. Nice block there, just staying at home. There you see it. Denson turns that corner. Good play by Viola, just jumps straight up. So no contact under there. Now they look for Lewis on the inbounds. Instead, they throw it underneath. And there's Denson. Good work there. Almost lost the handle on the dribble. Goes up, finishes, and it's a 1-point lead again for Long Beach State. Aduje behind a huge screen set by Viola. Use that baby. Don't take that shot around him. No, Viola wants to take it himself. Him and Johnson are just going at it. A lot of contact, and through that contact, Viola will draw the foul. Second personal. Austin Johnson with 5 points. Donavan Yap with 5 for San Jose State on the other end. And Robert Viola will go to the line. Foul trouble has been, I guess, the Achilles heel for Viola. I watched the game they played against Hawaii, one that San Jose State lost, but it was their second game of the season. Their first game, they did not play well. They played at Hawaii, but his 4th personal foul with 16 minutes, and he fouled out around 3 minutes to go in that game, and they really could have used him. Like his assortment of shots and that left-handed hook, the transfer from Fresno State out of San Mateo, California. Nagy teeing up a three. And it drops in this time. Finally for Nagy. I know he could shoot the triple. I've seen it before this 3-day event. He was hitting that three from everywhere. And that time he finally gets a break there. Bounds up high off the iron, and it goes in. Floater or Duje in the lane, tied up at 20 apiece. Entertaining first half in the other way. And that is Lewis with that jumper from outside. Varric Lewis. The counter by the Beach. Clendon, cross court. Duje into the lane. Shot is blocked, out of bounds. I like the enthusiasm of the bench of Long Beach State. Well, they have really struggled here. And a team that is 1-7, and as we mentioned, they have lost 3 games by 1 possession this season. That's really difficult. Donavan Yap uses the Viola screen off to a Duje, deep in the corner. Adrian Hall going to work, draws the foul. So for Long Beach State, the 9th team foul, 5 fouls on San Jose State. Long Beach has made 3 consecutive field goals, and Adrian Hall will go to the free throw line. The Stephen F. Austin transfer. His first career start at San Jose State was against UTEP here earlier this week. Tim Miles, head coach, San Jose State. And he feels as though he has more physicality and size up front than he did a season ago. A 1-point game. The Beach with the advantage here. It's been a back and forth seesaw first half of play from here in Henderson, Nevada, outskirts of the big city. Outside, it's Lewis again for 3, rings out, and underneath, layup for 2. And that is DMX under the boards, and he finishes. So Derek Michael Exaviero with the finish there. And the ball going back the other way. The Beach is up by 3. This would be a surprise. Long Beach State has made 4 out of its last 5 field goal attempts, and they're doing it with some good teamwork and balanced scoring. And ask you, where's he been in this game? I haven't seen much of him. Devin Askew, their leading scorer, who just pretty much shoots from everywhere. Exaviero, Cam Martin. A little stop in the lane, and that bucket for 2 more for Varric Lewis. Lewis off the bench with great energy. He now has 5 points, and the lead is up to 5 for the Beach. Donovan Yap, step back 3 on the way, front iron off. Aduje follow-up 2. So Aduje now with 8 points. He's back into his scoring groove. Aduje going into yesterday's game, well, he had a streak of 3 games and a total of 70 points. And then yesterday he struggled in the game, but back the other way, Cam Martin drills a 3. Who are these guys? The Beach leading by 6, under 7.5 to go, first half of play. Thanks again to Neil Carter for dropping by, the CEO of Ball Dog, title sponsor of this field. There's a double dribble. Yeah, Denson. You wonder when they're going to start to call that. We have a timeout, under 8 timeout, and it's Long Beach State leading San Jose State by 6. The Long Beach State lead is 6 at 30-24. And that's a news flash because their leading scorer, Devin Askew, has yet to score in this contest. Oh no, he has one free throw. 1 point for Askew, averaging 17. So maybe, Askew just shoots the rock too much, and now you're having the rest of the team. And Ngango, no. The tap Ngango, no. Throws it up again. Third attempt, good. So Drak Ngango, he cuts that lead down to 4. Pressure picking up for San Jose State. Here's Cam Martin once again, 3-point range. He's got a nice release. Can't find the bottom, and back the other way it comes. Ngango up top. Remember, this guy did trigger and hit a couple of threes, right, yesterday? Josh Aduje. Ngango, here he goes. Three-pointer on the way, swish. Oh, man. It's a 30. Why does he make me laugh? 30-29 as San Jose State claws back. Outside. That's a DMX triple attempt. No. And through traffic, a big collision. Offensive foul. That'll go against the Spartans' Latrell Davis. So Davis on the charge. Oh, yeah, definitely. Good play. That was DMX just standing his ground. And I very rarely call players by initials or act like I know who they are. And we're bros and all that. But Derek Michael Vieira, DMX is much easier. Rolls off the tongue. And our DJ Prenup was playing a lot of DMX music. So I kind of went along with it. 1 point lead for Long Beach State. And here's Askew off the bench. Good perimeter passing. 4 out, 1 in. Penetration, Martin, no. Tap. They'll count the basket. So Cam Martin, they will count his bucket. And it's a lead of 32-29. 3-point advantage. It's a different team, Long Beach State. Must have eaten their Wheaties today. Cam Martin in a spot start here, or coming in after the tip, I should say. No, he started. That's right. He got the start tonight. Has 10 points. And a whistle and a foul as there was a very hard drive, and that was Ngango. And Ngango goes to the free throw line. So Drak Ngango, 6'10", 220, junior out of Luanda, Angola. And the Seton Hall transfer. And he has played pretty well the last couple of nights. And again, teams came here trying to find themselves. It's a good 3-day test. And again, a battle now of attrition as we saw teams get tired. Day number 3, 3 games, 3 days. It's getting a little bit late, too. Players want to get back home or back to their schools here and spend Thanksgiving with their teammates. Or some of the players, some of the teams, players, live pretty close to their families and stuff, so they can get a chance to go home and enjoy the day. 2-point lead for the Beach. Denson underneath takes steps. Good defense there by Josh Aduje because it was Denson who had really good positioning, but Aduje kept swiping at the basketball, and that caused the disruption there and the turnover. 2-point lead. Ngango. And here goes McClendon around the screen. Donavan Yap on the angle. Here's Yap off the switch. Ngango. McClendon takes it all the way inside. Nice dish and the flush for Aduje. Oh my goodness. That play was run to perfection. That was a thing of beauty. And we're tied up at 32 apiece. Askew leaves it off underneath. Johnson, the flush, and hangs on the rim. Easy there, big fella. 2-point lead again for Long Beach State. Playing like this is a pride game in the state of California. Davis hanging in the air. That shot is blocked by Johnson. Tapped out. Picked up again by San Jose. McClendon for three. He knocks the basket down. And the follow-up bucket for Nganga. Oh, man. 34 apiece. The next stoppage will bring us to the media timeout, the final one here in the first half. And that long-range jumper is off the mark for Long Beach State. As Varick Lewis came in. Nganga from three again. It's time he checked. Donovan Yap just looked over at Nganga and he goes, bro, as if, don't take that shot anymore. We'll take a break. We are tied up at 34, 3:10 to go, bro, in the first half. Welcome back to the Lee's Family Forum here outside of Las Vegas in Henderson in the Burbs. I tell you what, this has been the best basketball that Long Beach State has played since they arrived here in the Vegas vicinity. Lead changes in this half, 10, along with 10 ties. And again, tied up now at 34 apiece. So they are battling tonight. Just seems like a different demeanor. First-year head coach Chris Acker knew that he was going to have a rebuild on his hands. Former assistant coach at San Diego State. Great recruiter. He'll get it right. It's Denson. Martin back to Denson. Two-man game. Denson backing down McClendon and a charge. Yeah, he can't believe it. Cam Denson, they're calling it a little tighter now. Ten team fouls for Long Beach State and 7 for San Jose State. Washington Jr. comes in. McClendon underneath. Viola, the duck through, no! And he can't get the board on the follow-up. Boy, that was a pretty move there, getting through right there on the baseline, but he could not finish. Askew the other way. Cam Martin already in double figures. Spin move and travels. Dragged a pivot foot. That was the issue there. Turnovers. 7 on the beach. 4 for San Jose State. 2:20 to go. Washington. Viola. He's triggered from distance in this 3-day multi-team event. McClendon around a screen. They're doing the weave, and then the pull-up by Washington. Hits the hail of the rim, and back the other way, Devin Askew. Askew. This is usually where he was shooting the last couple of days. He draws the foul on Washington. And this will be free throws coming up. Jermaine Washington, 6-foot freshman from Hemet, California, in Rancho Verde High School. And Devin Askew going to the line. He, of now the fourth school, started at Kentucky, went to Texas, transferred to Cal. I think that's the order. And then now to Long Beach State. 12 newcomers on this squad, and just 5% of its scoring returning from that team that won the conference title last season. That was the controversial firing of Dan Monson back in March before the end of the season, and then that tournament run by Long Beach State right here on this very court. So the good thing from a perspective of Long Beach State and why this could be beneficial to them is that the conference tournament's right here. Viola, easy hook shot, and the dime, nice pass from Donavan Yap. Tied again at 36, the 11th time we are tied. Johnson lost the handle. Here's McClendon back the other way. Kick it out in the corner. Davis steps out of bounds again on the sideline. That's got to be an issue, man, for future events here with this court. Should be like white there so the players can see what's there on that sideline, but it's brown on brown pretty much. But that Dan Monson team, Long Beach State will be playing the Big West Conference Tournament here, so this is beneficial to them. And that Monson story, 17 years at the beach, and he wound up winning the Big West Conference Tournament after he was fired. There's a collision up top, McClendon and Askew. Askew fights through a screen, fadeaway jumper. McClendon, no. Nagy with the rebound. Here's Askew. Askew stopping. Johnson, cross court. Nagy. 10-second differential. You don't want to play this well and give up the lead. It was almost a double dribble by Nagy on the baseline. He's working on Viola, throws up a one-handed mini hook. Viola was hammered afterwards. He didn't like that. So let's see if San Jose State can break the tie at halftime. Down to 2, down to 1. Yap penetrates, dribble, pull-up jumper. That'll go. Does it count? It does. Family Forum. I am Tony Cardasco, and in that first half, Long Beach State, they relinquished the lead late, but they shot 52% to 45% for San Jose State. In that first half, 11 lead changes, 11 ties. And we are underway here to start the second half. And that shot from distance by Cam Martin. And they get the offensive glass. Cam Denson. Cam Martin. Give and go. DMX has the ball swiped away. Ball fake, dribble penetration. And the ball's knocked away by Viola on the Martin drive. 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Viola got shaken up there in the lane. Imagine to play that well in the first half and then to give up that lead on a buzzer-beating shot by Donavan Yap. So Long Beach looks like he lost his contact on the contact. So there's Viola. He's back in action. Inbounds to DMX, down to 5, down to 4. Scramble for the ball. It's coming our way, and that's it. Shot clock violation. and Hall and Derek Michael Exaviero bumping heads there in a collision. Oh man, it's Adrian Hall and DMX. Physical start here. 2-point advantage for San Jose State. Bulldogs Classic outside of Las Vegas here in Southern Nevada. Beautiful facility, about 3 years old. Lee's Family Forum. Viola. Handoff. McClendon gets tripped up. No whistle. Now Viola down to 3, 2, 1. They don't get it off, or do they? Yep. Nope. Side of the iron. Long rebound. It's saved in bounds by Sadadrian Hall. And underneath, Aduje with a bucket for 2. And that's what happens when things are not going well for your team, in particular here with Long Beach State. Martin up top. Yeah, they get a shot off just at the buzzer. And then a long rebound, a save, and an open look underneath for Josh Aduje. And in the game, Aduje now with 12 points. DMX left it off. Cam Johnson, 4 seconds, 3, 2, has to step back. Line drive jumper, good. Oh, man. Austin Johnson. They said, just throw it up there. And he did. 2-point lead for San Jose State. Will McClendon. Aduje for 3. Front iron and off. And the rebound comes down to Derek Michael Exaviero. Askew, hesitation dribble, throw up that shot, whistle, foul. He draws the foul. And Askew's playing a game much more within himself tonight and not just chucking up shots. And overnight, something happened with this Long Beach State team, because the effort is definitely there. Not that it wasn't yesterday, but they just had so many bad breaks and they had a lot of mental lapses. And Askew was asked to do too much. So Chris Acker bringing this team along and trying to sort out some of the issues. He did say earlier in the week when I spoke with him that he felt that his team was getting better defensively. So we're at tie number 12 in this game. Dub for Long Beach State could go a long way if they could somehow pull this together. Yap. Cross court. Aduje for 3. Off the iron. And cleaned up. Viola for 2. Caught it with the right hand. Switched hands. Goes up with the left. And puts it in on the stick back. Viola in this game now with 9 points. 2-point advantage for San Jose State over the beach. Askew double teamed. Outside, squaring up. Cam Martin for 3. Cam Martin has played a really solid game. He now has 13 points, 5 of 9 shooting, 3 of 6 from behind the arc. And a lead change, number 12 in this contest, with the Beach up by 1. Donavan Yap. There's a Aduje up top. A Aduje dribble penetration, goes up with the shot, and that is blocked out of bounds by Derek Michael Exaviero. Nice, good defensive intensity. See that? Getting by his man at first, and then just a nice little right-hand poke out of bounds. He's very long, is DMX, at 6'10 and 235. And that shot's going to go down for Hall. Just as the shot clock was expiring, Sadadrian Hall with a bucket. Lead change, number 13. 44-43. Seton Hall. Martin to no one, but I think that it might have been deflected by the Spartans out of bounds. It was. So they will keep possession. Long Beach State really getting blown out in its 2 losses here to UTEP and to UNC Greensboro. On that reversal, Denson went up, blocked out of bounds. It goes off of Denson, And heading back in the other direction, the Spartans will have the basketball. Some token full court pressure being applied now by the Beach. Askew going out to guard McClendon. Will McClendon grew up right down the street from where this arena is at. He had never been in here up until this week. The fam is still here. Yap, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Sealed off. Now he goes up. Left-handed hook. Hits the front of the iron and goes down. Little breathing room for San Jose State. Up by 3. 15 and a half. We'll get a timeout at the next stoppage and play. Underneath, DMX blows a layup. Goes up again. No. Goes up for a third time. Draws the foul. He's just staring into space. He can't believe that he missed a couple of chippies, but DMX will go to the free throw line. That's Derek Michael Exaviero. Timeout on the court. San Jose State up by 3. Cam Martin of Long Beach State leading all scorers with 13. He also has 5 assists. And again, he just was a late last-minute starter and got into the lineup and really has played his heart out here tonight. And Austin Johnson of the Beach with 9 points. At the line, boy, that just rims out there for Derek Michael Exaviero. San Jose State leading scorer is Josh Aduje. 6 of 12 from the floor, 12 points. 9 apiece for Robert Viola and for Donavan Yap. 0 for 2 at the line for DMX. Offensive rebound, stutter step move, looking for room, Askew. He had a little bit of a seam, but he couldn't go up and under. Denson, spin move off glass 2. Shot clock was down to 2. We have had 13 lead changes and 12 ties. Largest lead for Long Beach State has been 6. Largest lead for San Jose State at 4. 1-point game, under 15. Yap, 3-point range. Swish, he fills it up. And Aduje goes down hard, and we have a whistle and a foul. Man, Aduje took a tough spill. And the officiating crew's headed over to see a replay on this, and there was a foul against Long Beach State. So Aduje helped up to his feet. That's good news. He was holding the back of his head. So the 3-point bucket for Donavan Yap. Yap in the contest now with 12 points. He has 2 dimes in the game. And we told you Yap the other night, career high of 7 assists against UTEP. Went to Arbor View High School here in this city. Played in 5 games at UNLV. And that was around the pandemic time. And then he transferred to Fresno State, 3 years in Fresno, and then transfers over to San Jose State. So the officials are sorting it out. Double foul? Common foul. Okay, common foul. So it's not a flagrant, even though it was a really hard spill for Josh Aduje on the rebound. They got that foul on Denson. Cam Denson now with 3 personals. So after that Donavan Yap 3, now the inbounds as San Jose State keeps control of the basketball. Yap's going to try it again. Almost the same spot. Bingo! That is how you open up a game. Now a 7-point lead. Long Beach State had trailed by 1. A couple of Donavan Yap triples. And Yap now with 15 points. And this opens this game up to the largest lead. A foul on Aduje. I thought it was more of Lewis losing his balance, but that's the call. Third personal on Aduje. They can ill afford to lose him. 3 personals. No, I stand corrected. 2 personals on Nagy. 2 personals on Askew. And 2 personal fouls on Austin Johnson on the court right now for the Beach. Where's Askew shooting the ball? I feel like he averaged 15 to 20 shots per game. Here he is, pull-up jumper, free throw line, bends off. Nagy fought for it, lost that battle, under 14 remaining. And when you're losing and you run into a sequence like back-to-back triples in one possession, it's deflating. To Adrian Hall. McClendon deep in the corner. Yap is feeling it. Don't be surprised if he shoots again. There he goes. And it's the bottom of the net once again. 3 consecutive triples for Donavan Yap. And it's a 10-point advantage for the Spartans of San Jose State. Just like that, as Donavan Yap now has 18 in the game. We'll take a break. San Jose State leading by 10. Donavan Yap himself with a 9-0 run over the last minute 11. This lead has ballooned up to a 10-point advantage at 55-45. Well, that was something else. Lewis swung it to Askew. Askew, pull-up jumper. Does not have it tonight. Does not. And maybe he's fatigued. 3 games in 3 days. Yap with the cross. Remember the other night, if you tuned in, we were asking, hey, how come Yap doesn't shoot more frequently? Well, he should, especially with that kind of shot. Off that miss by Aduje. Here's Askew in the lane. Comes up short on a 10-footer. That's the way his night is going. Askew 0 for 4 from the field. All 5 points via the free throw line. 12.5 to go. Yap. McClendon. It's going to be a very tough out. And Ganga is underneath, but they don't find him. Yes, they do. Whistle and a foul underneath. There was an air ball thrown up. Cam Martin with his second personal. Two personals on the beach. Hall and Davis camped out on the left side. And now Hall gets it over to Davis, deep in the corner. Can't knock down the 3, but he gets knocked down. So knocked down on a 3 attempt. So we have more free throws coming up, and the game is slipping away. Boy, Long Beach State was right there. Right there. 13 lead changes, 12 ties, battling hard. And then the Donavan Yap. It began with the jumper there as the shot clock was about to expire. And then he hits another three-pointer and yet another. 3 in a row. 9-0 run. And the run now increases to 10-0. First free throw by Davis is good. Misses the second. Still one more coming. I haven't seen some players tonight. Ramel Lloyd Jr. of Long Beach State. Don't know why we've not seen him in action tonight. Started the last 2 games. DMX with the rebound. And it's an 11-point lead. Askew. Exaviero. Askew. Going it in my direction, out of bounds. Deflection. And that takes us to the media timeout at the 12 and under. Your score, it is San Jose State 56, Long Beach State 45. Back with more on the Ball Dogs Classic ahead. I believe this is a season best here for Donavan Yap, first year. As you see him drill that three. And then, yes, sets it up around a screen. Another three. And there's even one more in the repertoire. So 3 consecutive triples. And Donavan Yap, his high since he moved over to San Jose State from Fresno. He had 16 in the game against Hawaii. I think that was his high point on this young season. Shot clock is down to 5. Does Martin see it? Cam Martin, step back. 18-footer, front iron off. Here comes Davis. Latrell Davis. Yap likes this spot right here, but he's not going to trigger. And Ganga. McClendon's been rather quiet. He hasn't scored. He's 0 for 6 from the field. He had a career high 22, and there's Yap heat check off the front iron and out. Askew, and that hesitation dribble, and then that trailer outside. The shot was no good. Taken by Varick Lewis. It's a drought of 4 minutes. Basket and one. Latrell Davis on the bucket, and he will go to the free throw line. Fakes one way, goes up off glass to the left. Pretty move. Got his man DMX in the air and gets the finish underneath. This run is 12-0. Over 3:51. Stays at that. And a 13-point lead for San Jose State. Under 10.5 here. Johnson looks for the pass underneath there. Left side of the lane. Pump fake, go up all glass over Viola for 2. So that was a pretty play. Nifty shot there. Footwork, you gotta like that. Yap up top. Aduje. Viola. Good movement away from the ball for San Jose State. Something good usually comes when that happens. Cross, cradle, layup 2, Davis. This game is getting away. 14-2 run over the last 4:37. Martin pull-up three-pointer. Pops out. The other way, here's Washington. Jermaine Washington Jr. His team leading by 13. There's Davis, Latrell Davis. Give and go. Viola baseline, whistle and a foul. And that goes against DMX. And we'll get free throws coming up for Robert Viola III on the transfer from Fresno State a couple of years ago. Played in 14 games a couple of years ago, yeah, and then that foot injury. So he's played just 21 games over 2 years. I like it when you could hear the fans. Sometimes they're like that. Viola drills that free throw. $14-point lead for the San Jose State Spartans over the Beach. Johnson, screen underneath for Askew. It just hangs on the rim and falls out. He is now 0 for 7 tonight. 0 for 7 from the field, and that layup for 2. I'll tell you what, Latrell Davis is playing a really strong game. There's a timeout on the court. They want to talk about things. This game has gotten away. A 16-point lead for San Jose State. So the one good thing I could say about Long Beach State is every night they played a little bit deeper into the game as far as being competitive, being close to the lead, or being on the lead. First night, it was 10 minutes and then an avalanche of points. Second night, they played like 15 or so minutes, and then, of course, the lead slipped away. Tonight, it was here in the second half where we just saw this run and the 3 consecutive triples by Donavan Yap, and that is really what caused the separation in a 1-point game. So that lead goes from 1 up to 10. As soon as they got in double figures, well, Long Beach State, that's got to be demoralizing. A 17-2 run over 5:45 currently for San Jose State. I believe the Mountain West Conference race is wide open this upcoming year. You have Boise State. I think they lost. Did they lose today? No, they are in one of those tournaments. And I'm not quite sure. Nevada Reno is up there. And there, finally, off the schneid, that's Askew for 3. A 13-point lead, 8.5 to go. Yap and Viola. See what they do. The way that they use Viola, screen, he doesn't really roll. He just bounces off of a defender. That's the way he handles that. Maybe that's the set play. There's Davis, dribble penetration. Ball is stolen away by Denson. Denson, Euro step in the lane, throws it up, no. Follow-up, no. But he's hacked in the act of shooting, so we will get free throws. Perhaps a late charge coming from the beach of Long Beach State, or LBSU. They do have such a really nice facility down there at the Pyramid. He'll shoot 2. Tim Miles, head coach, San Jose State, 4th season. 28 years of coaching college hoops. Short arm in that free throw was Denson. When I spoke to Tim Miles, he said that he believes that his team and their success, it will come down to guard play this season. And he did get a couple of good ones to transfer in Yap and his running mate, Will McClendon. McClendon an off night. Yeah, 3 games in 3 days definitely takes a toll. It's a lot of work, and we talked about the staffs and the coaching staff for each team. The assistant coaches and all the work they have to put in to prepare for these games, to get a scout, to, teams sat here in the gym and they watched their opponent for the next night play after they played their games. A lot of hours. Yap looks for a seam, can't find it. Davis just bowls his way inside, goes up off glass for 2 more. Instant energy is Latrell Davis. Now with 11 points, he's into double figures. The lead back up to 15. Lean-in jumper, Askew. He's having a miserable night. 1 of 7 now from the field. 1 of 8 from the field. 1 of 8. He has 8 points, but 6 of the 8 coming from the free throw line. They need him to score 16 or greater every night. Scoop shot, no good for McClendon. Scramble and out of bounds. This will be our media timeout under 8. San Jose State in control, leading by 15. San Jose State shooting 58% in the second half to 28% for Long Beach State. Now 4 players for San Jose State into double figures, led by this guy, Donavan Yap, off the double team. Nice pass to Viola. Shot clock down to 3. Do they see it? No. Hall can't get it off. So Adrian Hall did everything he could. Good defense underneath the basket by DMX. So Yap with 18, 12 for Josh Aduje, 11 for Latrell Davis, and 10 points for Robert Viola. And for Long Beach State, just 1 player in double figures, actually 2 now, Cam Martin and Austin Johnson. And Askew rings out. Oh my goodness. 1 for 9 from the field. He's 1 for 3 from behind the arc now. 5 for 6 at the free throw line. Well, we knew that they would need him and Askew to score points tonight if they had any chance. Underneath, muscle move and the lay-in for Will McClendon. So for Will McClendon, that's his first bucket of the night. He's not having the greatest night. 1 for 8, 0 for 3 from behind the arc. That's his first bucket of the night. Underneath, and that basket is up and good for Eli Djordjevic. So his first basket of the night, down to 15. 5:40 to go. Yap surveying that defense. He's very fluid and he just is so athletic. There's a zone defense and a steal right in front of us by Cam Martin. 1-on-2, goes up, switches hands. No! Follow-up dunk is home for Eli Djordjevic. 67-54. McClendon races out of there, takes it all the way underneath. Left it off for Hall. Now McClendon, he's going to trigger 3-point range, and there it goes. His first triple of the night. San Jose State will take a timeout, leading here by 16. So we will take a break and return with more. A 16-point lead for San Jose State over the beach of Long Beach. Lee's Family Forum, the site here in Henderson. Ball Dogs Classic. Second year of the sponsorship by Ball Dogs, and the women's final was one for the ages. Outside, and that's a 3-point shot by Djordjevic. 16-point lead. Yap, high dribble. Guarded by Martin around a Viola screen. Yap, bounce pass, give and go. Underneath Viola, almost travels, lays it up and in. Yeah, that was a good play. Very patient on the part of Donavan Yap, waiting for that lane to open on the give and go. And Yap now has 4 assists on the night to go along with 18 points. Martin, dribble penetration baseline, and we're going to get a foul. And we get to the under 4 media timeout. 72-54, Long Beach State leading the Beach. Of the 72 points for the Spartans of San Jose State, 40 have come in the paint. 40 points in the paint tonight for San Jose State. That's made a difference. The Spartan bench outscoring Long Beach 21-12 as well. Underneath, DMX layup, right-handed, good. Again, it's good to see plays executed like that off of the timeout. And now some pressure for the Beach. I'll tell you one thing. Chris Acker, the head coach, is used to winning. And I asked him, what did it feel like losing some games in the early part of the season? He says, well, the team is improving, and we knew in the first year, and coming in a little bit late there, 7 seconds, McClendon throws up an air ball in deep, and a whistle on a foul, and that'll go against McClendon. Yeah, and it's difficult when, well, he was at San Diego State, I should say, on the staff there. His team went 134-34. I mean, you're used to winning, right? And you're used to playing in big games and used to going to the NCAA tournament. But he knew what he's in store for. But we know one thing about Acker, and I've said it repeatedly, he is a really good recruiter. He's brought some great talent to San Diego State. Almost a 5-second count. They barely get it off, Askew. Under 3 to go. And we know where fast is Donavan Yap. Now Yap, 6 on the shot clock, makes a move. Aduje in the lane, throws up a running hook, no. And the rebound comes down to the Beach. And DMX, Askew, forces the issue, draws the foul. So Askew trying to get into double figures here. The 17-2 run by San Jose State, including those 3 triples in a row there for Yap. That was the key difference maker here tonight, and Askew makes good. He's into double digits now with 10 points. Terrific week here in the Las Vegas area. The teams had some good bonding time, had an opportunity hopefully to grow a little bit in their games and learn a little bit more about each other as they travel for the first time for 3 days for an extended period of time. They've traveled some, but not this long of a trip. I'm sure that they are ready to go home. So it appears as though Long Beach State will go home winless at 0-3, and San Jose State 3-0. Oh, nice pass to Viola from McClendon. That was a lot of patience for McClendon. I think San Jose State's going to surprise a lot of teams in the Mountain West Conference. I just have that feeling. Long Beach State, you can just hope that they continue to make some strides. Just some really poor sequences, and you just get one stop. If they get a stop before Donavan Yap gets into that rhythm, then could be a different game. Who knows? Cam Martin at the line. He's played pretty well tonight. Cam Martin now with 14 points. He has drilled 3 three-pointers, and the second free throw is good. And we're going to get a timeout. So Long Beach State takes a timeout with 1:42 remaining. And again, this is not a timeout just to extend the time here or what have you. The timeout is pretty much so that they can play some situational basketball. And if we're in this situation later in the season, if it's late in the game, this is what you should do. So a teaching moment for Chris Acker. First season at Long Beach State, All of his close relatives live in the Long Beach area. He told me that he moved out of the Long Beach area when he was a kid, moved to Riverside in California, but his entire close family lives there, and he spends every holiday there in Long Beach, although with Thanksgiving Day, he might be spending that with his team. They've had some trips now already, though. They did play at Gonzaga. They got belted there. Really good Gonzaga team, and they lost a one-possession game at South Dakota State. And now this big 3-day trip, so they need a little breather of sorts and time to regroup and try to figure out some things before they head into conference play. 14-point lead. So they say, let's try this press out. We need to work on that. Aduje breaking the pressure himself, goes all the way up, under, and one. Well, that's not how you play and turn up the pressure defensively, because they easily broke it. I mean, Josh Aduje is a veteran. We see again a little stop there in the lane. Austin Johnson hit the brakes and commits that personal. So Aduje, free throw, completes the three-point play. Josh Aduje now with 15 points on the night. 4 players in double figures. Askew backs his man down, kicks it around the horn. Cam Martin. Pull-up free throw line, jumper, swish. That is a very nice play. But Cam Martin has shown me some things here. 17 in the game. 7 assists. McClendon up top. Off the deflection. Viola back to McClendon. Oh, nice pass underneath. And the finish by Aduje. Josh Aduje, the transfer from Utah State. And back the other way, Askew with his second field goal of the night. He now has 12, 2 of 11 shooting. Foul in the backcourt. Askew will be helping up Latrell Davis. Final 45 seconds here. We appreciate everyone tuning in from wherever you might be and watching our coverage this entire week here from the Las Vegas area, Henderson, the Green Valley area, Lee's Family Forum. That's the site, and a lot of really fun plays and a lot of excitement and energy, and the women's bracket was just sensational. 3 of the 4 teams on the women's side were ranked in the top 15 all the way underneath. That's Askew. They're going to count that. So some garbage time points being put up here. Askew now with 14 in the game. His seasonal average is 16. So he's hoping to maybe get one more crack at hit that average, right? Martin still guarding tightly. That's good. You're still seeing a good effort being put forth by the Beach. And McClendon's just going to dribble this out. So San Jose State came in. Oh, my goodness. A long triple for McClendon. Oh, jeez. 8 points in the contest. San Jose State will improve to 4-5 as they have a sweep here in the Ball Dogs Classic. So good effort by both.